It'd be a sucker bet at 20 to 1.
Well, folks, everything all over national news today is about Justin Bieber. Who cares about Justin Bieber? Is this what mainstream media portrays as the great American dream? To wind up with a police record on drugs, DUI, and drag racing. Is this what our morality has become? Now you take Justin Bieber. I don't care about Justin Bieber. He could spend the rest of his life in jail. I could care less one way or the other. But it got me to thinking about other things, about perhaps morality. Where is our morality? Justin Bieber is getting away with this kind of stuff. He's a spoiled, rotten kid that's undisciplined and unruly. He had the world by the tail, and he chose to throw it away. Now, you go to morality, and where is our morality? Kelly Thomas. Kelly Thomas was murdered by police. That's the only way you can say it. Murdered. He was a defenseless man, homeless, possibly mentally deranged in some way, and yet they beat him to death. They used intimidation and beatings, and he died. He died from a beating. Now, if that's our morality, where that's all over the news, but that's only local news. Kelly Thomas was only local news from what I saw. Justin Bieber is all over everything. Every channel you turn on. You look him up. It's everywhere. And poor little deprived kid got himself in trouble. Who cares? Kelly Thomas, on the other hand, as far as we know, he wasn't doing anything to anybody. He was just happened to be a homeless guy with no money, no people, no family, and he was beaten to death because they could. He was murdered. Blatantly murdered. He was in the hospital because of multiple broken bones. Not because of an enlarged heart. Not because of any other deficiencies or malfunctions or anything else physically. He was beaten to death. Is that where our morality has come? Is that what mass media is portraying? Some spoiled kid that's gotten himself in trouble, as opposed to some guy that was beaten to death by law enforcement? Not a bunch of gang members or a bunch of insurgents. Our own law enforcement. And they got off scot-free. They got off scot-free, and yet they still want their jobs back. I can only hope that every waking moment they spend, they think about what they did to a man that was at the time defenseless. Okay, I just hope that's not our take on morality from now on. Now, talking about morality, we've got unemployment. We've got unemployment. Almost 100 million people. Almost 100 million people are out of work. There's only 310 million approximately 310 million people here. To me, that computes out to almost 33%. 33% of the people are out of work. The politicians have allowed 33%, 1/3 of our nation, to be without a viable source of income. Now, what's going to happen when those people start losing their houses, start having their power turned off, start having their water turned off? What's going to happen? I wonder. And if we continue down this path, is this going to be what we see in our major cities? Kiev in the Ukraine. Now that's one city in the Ukraine. But is that our fate? Is that what we are going to become? The government has said it's illegal for them to protest. It's illegal for them to protest. That doesn't sound like a democracy to me. And yet the United States government comes in and says, oh, you can't do that. That's against your Constitution.
Free speech, John. Free speech zones.
And so to have that passed all of a sudden by the government so you can't protest, what happened to a free speech zone? You know, we have our Constitution. It's being attacked constantly by liberals. Is this our fate in the Ukraine? Is this what our country is becoming? Is this what is going to transpire because the government keeps saying, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can only do this at certain times. Only 2 people over you can gather together to have a meeting. This is exactly what we see transpiring today. Today, ladies and gents, this is exactly what is coming down the pipe for the United States of America if we don't curtail some of these rules and regulations. It's mind-boggling. And you know, it just 2 hours on TV this morning. Just 2 hours watching TV. All these things came about. Justin Bieber, Kelly Thomas, 100 million people out of work. The UK, the Ukraine. What is our primary importance? The only thing that's really getting any media attention from the mass media is Justin Bieber. A spoiled, rotten little kid with the American dream gone bad. Perhaps he didn't have any discipline. He wasn't prepared for the success that he saw. But does that tell us that the more money you have, the less you have to obey the laws? If politicians don't have to obey the laws, if celebrities don't have to obey the laws, who does? Guys with no money? Guys on the street? Guys that are being oppressed in another country? So where is the morality here? Where is the morality? Once again, folks, This is Outhouse Opinions, and that's my opinion. Please submit your opinions to Outhouse Opinions. We want to hear from you. We appreciate your comments, your opinions. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys.